Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Kamicraft. In last episode I said I would want to start out visiting the shopping district because I haven't been here in a while. And so much has changed, like we've got like gardens popping up. Let's see what this is over here. I think this is all the work of Freddy. He says he's been trying to spruce up town a lot. So we kind of got a little gazebo in her chest. I'm not sure if Freddy's actually selling anything here. I think this is just a stand to look good. And I'll get with Nabs here in a second, because I think it's just me and him on right now. But yeah, look at all... we got roads that are really complete. I want to say CJ is actually working on a shop design now. So that's slowly going. Talked to Swabby about getting rid of his chests. Hopefully that's going to happen here soon. New shops popping all over the place. I want to say last time it was just the ones in like this direction. So everything down this way is kind of new. We've got Freddy's Hardened Clay shop, or quote-unquote terracotta shop. I don't know why they changed the name. But let's just kind of walk in here. I believe he's selling... yeah, it's just the one kind. So you can dye your own blocks whatever color you want. Which I like. I would rather have that than all the different colors. Plus it makes it a little easier on him to dig. I believe this is the armory. I'm not sure who built this one, but it looks like they're selling armor, which from last map, knowing I did that, that was such a pain. So good luck to these guys. Hopefully you guys find a better way of doing it than I did. We've got Rena's in shop, which we've seen before, and her coarse fruit farm. She's removing all the cobble and trying to replace that, so that's cool. I believe this is Netflix's new shop. Whatever it is, I don't know. I think it's going to be a redstone shop, but I don't know if he's selling redstone or whatnot. We have the fish shop down this way. I believe I didn't show that off last time. The fish shop is free. Basically, people AFK fishing all the time. You can go stack your extra fish in there so new people to spawn have food to eat. This was just built today. This is Nab's... oh, yes. Stupid sunflower. Got my inventory. But yeah, this is Nab's glass shop, which I think he's stocking now. It's not stocked, but super cool modern design. I really like it. But yeah, so that's the shopping area. Oh, what is this? I don't know. We'll find out sooner or later. But yeah, so we're going to get back. I'm going to go back to my base. I've started working on the storage room like I said it was. I haven't gotten to the elevator yet, but the storage room is laid out. I am slowly moving everything from my spawn base to there. So we've got some supplies, we've got some stuff we can work with. We can go ahead and start decorating. But I'm going to meet you guys back at the base. Okay, so I almost left, but Bank messaged me saying that there were a good bit of diamonds in our shop. I think he may have picked up all the rocket diamonds. And I'm sorry if you guys hear my AC, you know, heat of the summer going on. Yeah, we got 4 diamonds there. But he also mentioned that we had sold out of elytra. I think I only had 3 left. Bam! Look at that. Yeah, I'm starting to think this was a little bit of a bad idea. As cool as it was, it gets annoying when you gotta check every single one of these. Look at all the diamonds. I'll split these with Bank, because he did supply me with some of the elytra from all of his dragon fights he did. See if we've got any more diamonds in here. No one's really been buying the decorative ones, which is kind of okay because they're a little bit of a pain to make. But yeah, I kind of figured we'd sell a little bit more of these. I need to make some more to fill the fountain with its fireworks show, because I'd like to get that kind of going on a regular basis. And then let's grab this one down here. I need to fill these back with elytra. I have elytra, they're just not enchanted, and I don't ever want to sell elytra that aren't enchanted, Because I feel that that's kind of a ripoff to have somebody go enchant their own wings. So we'll get that enchanted here soon and restock that probably before the next clip, really. Let's say bye. And I'm going to take some of these diamonds we just earned. And you know what? Let's go ahead and separate them real quick. So there. Bam. So I've got 47 diamonds to spend, and I'm going to spend them on Freddy's shop. For the storage room, we are going to need some terracotta. I'm going to need some cyan terracotta, which is still hardened clay. I don't care what anyone says. What are the prices? 1 diamond for 2 stacks. Awesome. So 2 stacks. We're going to try to probably fill up. So there's 2. Can I get 2 more in there? 3. That's all we can handle. So 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much, Freddy. You don't understand how much that's helping. 1 diamond for 12. Don't need any of that. And I think this is kind of a decorative area. Okay, cool. So I'm going to run back to base, show you the layout of the storage room, which I've got done, and bring you guys back. Okay guys, so we're in the storage room. I've done a little glass work. We've got our balcony going. You can see right here, I found out I was off on the circle. I was off by 1 block and I had to fix it. That's why you see these different levels of stuff coming up, or this down here. Yeah, I was off, so that'll be fixed as I go along. I haven't gone and started like permanently fixing, just because I know I'm going to be ripping all these walls out anyways. So there's no point in really putting more stone up when I'm just going to be tearing it down. But let's look at the storage room. Now, I'm already to the point where I think I'm going to move this. I'm not going to put this in the center of the floor. But here, the way the chests and everything are going to lay out, obviously it's not going to be stone. I'm going to pull these things down. But yeah, so the part where the item frames are sitting, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do a cell real quick. We'll do this one. But so the front of this, do I have enough? Yes. So we're going to have the cyan hardened clay. I won't call it terracotta just because it's still called clay in my inventory. I think that's my GUI working there. We're going to have hardened clay going up like this. I really need to turn haste 2 off. It's going to become a pain to work with. So we're going to have something like that. And now behind the chest, I was going to go with one of these 2 patterns. I really like this one just because it doesn't really matter which way I place it. This one does matter a whole lot. I'm afraid, though, to go with the gray, we're just going to get a lot of gray in here. Because both these, all this is going to be gray. Now, in the middle, what I'm thinking about doing, do I have any on me? I don't have any on me. So this is going to be quartz stairs going up. Now, I'm also thinking about carrying the cyan over, or the quartz over, so we go with that very modern feeling in here. So I really want to do this just because it's simple, but I think this with the cyan clay and the white quartz is really going to pop better, even though it's going to be behind the chests. So, I think I'm going to go with this one. I really want to go with this one. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and knock out this whole wall just to chest level. I'm not going to do any above because I still have to work on a design for that. But I'm going to do this whole area and then I'm going to bring you guys right back. Okay guys, we are back and a wall is done and a second wall is done. I just went ahead and did this. So the stupid glazed terracotta crap, let's just go ahead and... Yeah, this junk, because my OCD is like it is. I have to do a pretty pattern or whatever you call it. It took 3 hours to place those stupid blocks. I could never find the pattern. Well, I take that back. On this side, I could never get the pattern. This side alone took like 2 hours. By the time I got to here, I finally figured out the stupid pattern to place the blocks how I want them, and then this took 5 minutes. But I also worked out a little bit of design. These stairs by themselves just don't look that good, even though they're white and they're bright. So behind the stairs, I put sea lanterns, which is kind of a waste of a sea lantern because that's an expensive block. But we've got the Guardian Farm built by Suave, and me and Bank have been AFKing it, so you can't complain too much. But anyway, so that's kind of doing a glow between the stair, which I really like. So that's what the walls themselves look like for storage. Now, the next thing I was going to do is I was thinking about running my furnace array above the chests. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to play around with it for a minute. I know this is kind of a short clip and we really didn't do a ton of building on here. But yeah, let me play with that real quick. Because I think what I want to do is bring the cyan up and over to connect to the other one. And then bring the stairs up and over. And kind of have this cool design in the middle. So I need to figure out how to bring those up and over while still doing my furnace array. So I will be right back. Okay, so I didn't have to go very far before I realized that looks dumb. From down here, you have a stone pillar in the way. But yeah, from down here, basically all you're going to see is the hoppers from underneath. And I would have to use like a trap door to cover the hoppers just so I could see the furnaces. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I'm just going to find a new place to put my furnaces. Not there. It was a cool idea, but it's just too high up for it to really be worth doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue the walls. Try to get those as far as I can. And then I'll bring you guys back here when we... Or basically when I get a footing on what I really want to do. And maybe we could go ahead and start right here. Because this is going to be the bulk storage. And you know what? I might be able to fit the furnace array in here. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do. Alright guys, so I think I have something substantial, worthy enough to bring you guys back before we start on this back wall here. But check this out. I like this. This started out completely different from what I wanted, but I think this is probably one of the better looking storage rooms I've ever done. I'm really enjoying this piece, this ultra modern layout going through here. This thing was quite literally just I couldn't think of what to put above there and connect it to the ceiling. Here I thought there was so much dead space, I decided to do the oscillating stair trick. Now behind the water back there, I was just going to bring the terracotta blocks up even more because I have more than enough of them. But those things suck so bad, I did not want to do another 4. And this time you'd be able to see them. So the pattern would have to be perfect. So I was like, no. We're just going to make some white concrete. And we brought the white concrete up, which makes the blue look like a lighter shade of blue. And then if you look up, there's... it's kind of hard to tell, but there's sea lanterns above there. There you go. You can see it right there. So there's a lot of light. Now the only problem is I had to raise the ceiling up a little bit to get the sea lanterns and the water in there. So whatever I build above here, if it's got a really deep floor, because I try to leave 2 spaces between here. So like each floor is 10 blocks in between. So I wanted to make sure I stopped building at 8 blocks tall. So the next floor would have 2 layers to kind of design the floor or whatever. I'm kind of infringing a little bit on that over there, but I don't believe the next build up there will be as big as this room. The only things I'm having issues with are figuring out how to kind of do this area. Right now it's holding all my stuff. But yeah, trying to figure out the design for outside, because the design outside is really going to set the precedent for how I do this whole area out here, which is kind of a big deal. So yeah, what I want to get done before we end this episode today is this right here. These 3 spaces I went ahead and marked out. This is going to be where the silos are. I was going to do the silo from the first base because it gave me a ton more storage space than any of the silos I see before, even though it is kind of big. But I'm thinking instead that I'm just going to do a silo for stone and cobble since I have 80 chests in here. And then just dedicate a row here for gravel, sand, concrete, and whatever else I want to use. Maybe hardened clay or something like that. But yeah, so real quick, I'm going to gather supplies and figure out how I want to lay out these two silos with probably an item elevator in between, which is really going to get it a little complicated. And bring you guys back when we've got some hole dug out and some supplies gathered. Alright guys, so this is a big jump cut. And ta-da! I have not worked on the floor any. I don't even have a design for the floor yet. This is the same day that the episode is going out. I did a lot of work last night, as you can see here, and I'm going to need your advice on some of it. So let's start with this conglomeration in the middle. This is Ethos Octobox, which pretty much just rotates shulker box around. So you see redstone box. If I need a stone box, I just do this, and bink, there's a whole shulker box of stone, cobblestone, all that good stuff. Its only really downfall is you can't spin this thing super quick. So that's basically as fast as you want to spin it. Now some of these boxes will probably change, like the iron box. I won't need all my iron stored in there. I'll probably turn that into an emergency box. I've got a potion box, which I really don't need a whole box full of potions. I might change that into something else too. But yeah, so I thought this was a great idea. I know I had talked about putting bulk storage here, but it just didn't fit right. Like I was going to have an item elevator here, and then bulk storage for stone here, and then bulk storage for cobble here. And I was like, I'm never going to use that much stone or cobble. Let's turn this into something useful. And I found this online, so I went ahead and used it. Now, my question is, it looks okay. Like I'm okay with the way this is looking right now. But I also had another idea. So let's tear all this out. And let's do it on both sides, because you get the full effect when both sides match up. Like this. Try not to break the redstone like I did last night when I was playing around in here. Break. Oh, and let's go ahead and, if I show you guys the redstone, like that's it. That's literally all this thing is. It's not a lot. Now the tutorial version, it doesn't work. It's broken. So you just have to flip this observer upside down, put a piece of redstone on top of it, and then break the redstone signal when it tries to connect here, and then it's fixed. It works just fine. So keep that in mind if you guys want to build Ethos Octobox. But yeah, here is the other way I was going to do this. So I was going to do just the quartz like that. And I think it makes the middle section look way better. But then it takes away kind of from these sections, because you can't put the spruce fences here because it looks dumb. So it's either all quartz or it's the cyan hardened clay with the spruce fencing. Now I'm going to put a poll in this episode, so hopefully you guys can vote on it. And after 48 hours or whatever of the episode going up, I'll check it again and see what you guys pick. And that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to let you guys decide the final life of what's going on in here. But that's going to do it now. I still need to move everything into storage chests. I don't have anything put away yet. I am all kinds of discombobulated. I moved everything over here. I think the only thing I have in place is like wood. So, and I don't have a lot of wood. I need to start farming some wood in general. So that's probably going to turn into a giant tree farm for a little while. Might have something cool next episode. It might be a collab with Bank, or we're going to be back working on the base, and we're going to try to get the elevator section knocked out, and maybe this section and this section, so we can get all this sand out of the way, and we can see this glass wall finally done. But yeah, guys, so I'm going to end it right here in the amazingness of this room. I absolutely love this. This is my most favorite storage room I've ever made. And it's not even done yet. I still have to do the floor. I'm going to do the floor off camera so you guys don't have to worry about it. It's going to be really plain because I think I'm going to change it when the downstairs subway is put in. But yeah, guys, I had a ton of fun this episode. It was great to finally be back building in an episode. The last two episodes really wasn't building. It was gathering supplies and tearing up the ground. Yes, back to building. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, please. If you're not already subscribed, and Banks, of course, messaging me as I try to end this episode, the little present has to do with next episode. So we might do with that because it sounds like he's anxious. But yeah, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't want to miss any episodes, hit that little notification bell. Like always, guys, I hope you had a good one. See ya.